Throttle warning.
What's up? You checking out the Frequent Flyer, and I'd like to welcome you guys back to my RC Chop Shop. Today we're gonna experiment with an older model, try to breathe some new life into this. This is the Kingkong 95 GT, or should I say LDARC now? I don't know. I think they went back to the Kingkong name, but anyhow, this model is a really nice flying model, but it was lacking in two areas. It didn't have OSD. None of these models, the GT models from Kingkong or LDARC, none of them had OSD. None of them had OSD, and none of them had buzzer support. So you couldn't use a buzzer with these things. Today we're going to try to solve that problem. I think I found the answer to this one. So check it out. This is the electronics from my BB66 from Full Speed. I never really liked that model. It didn't fly well for me. I know other reviewers were having a good time with that model, but for me, the motors just weren't really cutting it. It really didn't fly as well as some of my brushed models. And so these electronics are going to be sacrificed to try to provide this model here, which was one of my favorites, with OSD. And I did build another one of these into, well, not another one of these, but one of the GT series quads from Kingkong into a toothpick class. And so we're going to remove this top part here, and we're going to try to add this one. Now this has OSD, and it has a buzzer. As you can see, I have the buzzer already soldered up. Everything is already soldered up, even the receiver. I might swap out the receiver, but this board is only a 1S board. So this was a 1S model, and this is a 2S model, and that's where you would think that our problem would be. But this stack here has a feature that might allow us to add this with no problems. So let's get into it. I have this loose from here because I'm not going to use this frame here. I'm actually going to drop this on a Kingkong 110 GT frame, a larger frame, so I can build another toothpick model. Let's remove that so I can show you guys something. It's just two screws on here to remove the stack. And, oh, I lost one of the screws. Hopefully I'll be able to find that. And this is what we're going to be looking at now. I think this has a 5-volt Beck. So, yep. If you guys can see there, let's try to focus in on it. Right here. Hopefully you guys can see that. Right here. There's a 5-volt out. There's your negative there. So we're going to run this, hopefully, to this. Here, we're going to cut this, and we're going to solder up these wires to these pins here. And hopefully this board here can take 5 volts. So let's get it. So let's see. Just going to snip this about here. There we go. And we're going to just tin these wires here and get them soldered. And then we're going to get them soldered up to those pads there. I like to use my nails to expose these wires here. Okay, so now that we have all of the wires soldered up to the correct points, we're going to add some hot glue to hold them in place. So now I have it installed on the board that I want to use it on. One last thing that I found out about these two boards here. One really cool thing is that this 16 by 16 board diagonally matches up exactly with the mounting pattern on this thing. So check it out. We're gonna go this way. Yeah, we're gonna go this way with it. So let me see. Get all the wires out the way. Let's move this back. And we're gonna mount it this way. Check it out. See that? The holes match up exactly. We got the board installed on here. See if we can plug this in. There we go. And so let's check it. Make sure everything works. We have a 2S pack here. Keep in mind this is a 1S board here. And so it's working. I got this thing all put together. I won't really fly at FPV because my BB-8 had a problem with this all-in-one VTX system here. It has very bad reception, very bad range. Can't even fly it a few feet without it going out, going snowy. But anyhow, it does work up close. So I'm going to show you guys the FPV view. So check it out. So it is working. And let's look. This is a 3S battery. Check it out. 3S battery. So that 5-volt regulator on there, or 5-volt BEC, whatever you want to call it, it does actually put out 5 volts. And that 1S board on top does support 5 volts, apparently. Oh, one other thing, I did have to flip the orientation. I think it's called not yaw, but roll. I had to flip the roll because they had the roll in Betaflight set to 180 degrees, which is upside down. So I had to flip it back to right side up physically, and I switched the roll back to 0. And so now it arms. So proof of concept, this thing does work. So how to add OSD and a buzzer to your GT series LDARC models. Thanks for watching.